Welcome to the Business Choice Podcast, where each week we interview our top expert award winners from around the country who are leading the way in their industries and impacting their communities. Welcome to the Business Insider Weekly Hot Takes, your front row seat to learn about business experts who are leading the way in their industries. Our mission? To help you fill your Rolodex with the creme de la creme of experts that you can work with, you can partner with, or you can refer your audience to boost both of your growth opportunities. Now, I'm looking forward to introducing today's guest, Manish Adhikari, who is the owner of SmartJane Staffing, who is an amazing staffing agency that has a great pricing model. Manish, I'm thrilled to have you here. Can you give us just a quick 90-second snapshot of what your staffing agency does and why you got into it?
Yeah, definitely. Thank you for having me here, Chad. SmartJane Staffing, we're a premier talent acquisition firm, and we're dedicated to bridging the gap between exceptional talents and transformative opportunities across diverse industries. Our mission is to empower businesses by providing them with visionary leaders who excel not only in their technical abilities, but also in their capacity to bring diverse perspective and other and inclusive approaches to the workplace. And through our comprehensive recruiting strategies, we ensure that our clients have access to top tier talent that drives innovation and growth as well.
Yeah, which is great. So, could you describe for us who your ideal client would be and kind of what the magic is they experience when working with you?
Yeah, definitely. Our ideal client would be different companies that are providing product or service as a service business model, and we are mainly taking over their hiring and um, so we're basically ensuring that their hard to fill positions are filled quickly and with the talents that have proper leadership qualities, and they are a good cultural fit as well as a technical fit to the companies. And we're also making sure that they're equipped with the best tools to succeed after they get hired in the workplace.
Yeah, which is great. And we spoke a little bit before this interview about the way that your pricing model works and how it takes away all the risk for the businesses that may want to work with you for hiring. Do you want to talk to us briefly about that?
Yeah, definitely. We have a really flexible pricing model. Normally our client they send us the requirements or we hop on a call with them, kind of know what kind of jobs they're looking to hire, and we find the best candidate. We screen them using artificial intelligence and also our experienced recruiters. And after their screening is done, we have them interview directly with the clients, and if they like the talent, they'll hire them for 3 months, and after the 3 month period, they do an evaluation with us, and we charge them only 10 to 15% of the candidate's yearly salary, and that amount is paid after the grace period of 90 days, which is 3 months after the 3 month evaluation.
Which is amazing. So if a business owner wanted to work with you to hire those hard to fill positions, they wouldn't have to pay you anything up front for you to find the talent, help them hire the talent, and then make sure that that talent makes it past the 90-day probationary period. Am I hearing that correctly?
Yes, you are correct on that. We don't have a upfront cost, and we're also working with diverse industries, and we have other talent suppliers that are working with us to fill some really hard to fill positions. And we have around 5 to 10 businesses we have partnership with around 25 to 40 recruiters that are working for the roles that we're hiring for currently.
Yeah, that's amazing. And so I think that, I mean, that takes out all the risk for these business owners that, the more time it takes to get somebody in that position, the more money they're losing. So this is a great way to do that. What do you find, Manish, is the biggest challenge that your industry is facing right now? And how are you helping tackle that for your partners and clients?
Yeah, I think the greatest challenge in the recruitment industry right now is the persistent mismatch between the dynamic industry needs and the available talent pool. I think traditional recruitment methods they've fallen short in identifying who are both highly skilled and also adaptable to the company culture and the future industry demands. At SmartJane Staffing, we tackle this issue by leveraging advanced Boolean search techniques and cutting-edge ATS platforms. Um, we also conduct screening, and during our screening, we do kind of a culture training. And for every candidate that's going to a company, we let them know this is the type of company culture that they're going to experience, and we train them on that to solve the industry problem.
Yeah, that's amazing. And then you were telling me that was it out of high school that you got hired at a staffing agency and then went
Correct.
to college? So you talk to us little bit about that journey to get where you're at right now, because you've been through it from the hiree's perspective as well, from the employee's perspective as well. And I think it would be great for our viewers to kind of hear that story.
Yeah, definitely. Right after high school, I joined a staffing agency called Broad IT Consulting, which is located in Bedford, Texas. It was a really small firm, and as you know, working as a recruiter in a really smart firm, you have to wear multiple hats and be the designer, the marketer, the recruiter, the interviewer, just go through the whole process of multiple job roles. Also, working there, kind of a it gave me like a strong leadership capability. And after that, I worked in several other agencies and moved into corporate recruiting by joining Amazon e-commerce. And also another corporate experience I have is from Home Care Home Base. So those two companies really gave me an outlook of how the corporate culture is and how corporate recruiters are screening talents, what kind of future talents are companies going to be looking for. And it was a really nice insight for me to start my own staffing agency and work through the process.
Yeah, which is amazing. So you've worn all the hats, you've been through it, you've been on both sides of it. So, with your experience, I'm curious how you see the field of recruiting and hiring evolving over the next 5 to 10 years, and how you're trying to stay ahead of the curve on that.
Sorry, do you mind repeating that question again?
Yeah, so I was saying, with your experience on both sides of it, I'm curious how you see the field evolving over the next 5 to 10 years, and how you're trying to stay ahead of the curve. Did it pause on us there?
Hello?
Did it pause on us there? We'll cut this portion out. So I'm going to go right into the last question if that works for you. Can you hear me okay? Manish, can you hear me okay? I can see you. Can you see me okay, Manish?
Yeah, awesome.
Okay. Okay,
There
we'll
was a
we'll
kind
just
of a
cut out.
lag.
Yeah, we'll just cut out this part. So I'll just go into the final question if that's okay.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm curious, with your experience on both sides of it, how do you see the industry evolving over the next 5 to 10 years, and how are you staying ahead of the curve?
Yeah, I think in the future, what's going to happen is people are going to focus more on the leadership qualities and the soft skills because there is a large database within the corporate culture that employees can learn from. I think um, our current education system, it is a bit outdated in terms of what kind of systems the companies are using, and kind of learning platforms that big corporations like Amazon, Microsoft, and Google that they're maintaining. So I think leadership qualities like ability to learn, being proactive, having only working for the best idea and working with the best people. Those kind of qualities I think are highly sought, as well as administrative qualities like Microsoft Excel, using email, knowing some automations, and those type of soft skills. I think they would um, put anyone really on the top front of the market in the future.
Yeah, which definitely sounds like something to be ahead of. So I'm curious if there is something that you would love the viewers to remember about your company, either if they want to work with you or potentially refer you. What's the big differentiator between you and other recruiting companies that you would say is there?
I think because of the change in the market, because of the AI and the learning curve, how it has become smaller, I think other traditional recruiting companies, they're mostly focused on technical skills, and they're not much of uh, they don't have a microscope for cultural skills. So we focus on both technical and cultural skills using AI and human recruiters, and our team trains every candidate for the culture that they're getting into, and I think it does a great deed of um, retaining the employee and making sure that they're working for them for a long term and providing exceptional value to the company that they're working for.
Yeah, which is amazing, and I would agree with that. I think the cultural fit or understanding the culture that you're about ready to go into is so massive. So at this point, we're going to shake up the interview a little bit. I'm going to ask you a few questions in our lightning round. So quick questions, quick answers. Just answer the first thing that comes to mind. Are you ready?
Hmm.
Coffee or
Yep.
tea?
I like coffee.
Okay, cats or dogs?
Cats.
Favorite city you've ever visited?
I would say New York.
New York. Okay, last song you were listening to on repeat.
It was Not Like Us by Kendrick Lamar.
Nice. If you could only grab one weapon or item during a zombie apocalypse, what would it be?
A machine gun.
It's a good one. Uh, what is one quote or phrase that you think about often?
I think, therefore I am.
That's a great one. Favorite movie or streaming series?
I like um, I'd go by Mad Men because that's the most recently that I watched.
That's a good one. Okay, perfect. And then last question, what's one book that has been influential on your life that you would recommend our viewers read if they haven't already?
Um, I would say Business of the 21st Century because it's empower a kind of broader way of thinking.
I love that. Okay, perfect. So, Manish, I'm curious for all of our listeners who are maybe wanting to reach out to you to hire you for your services or collaborate with you or refer other people to you, what's the best way for them to get in touch?
They can get in touch through our email, which is info@smartjanestaffing.com, or just go to our website, smartjanestaffing.com, and there's a form on the bottom of the website they can fill in, and we will reach out to them.
Perfect. Okay. And then I'll make sure to have all the contact information in the show notes below. So, Manish, I
Awesome.
appreciate you, man. Thank you for your time and insights today.
Yep. Thank you for having me.